Title: The Ultimate Social Strategy, Dale Carnegie versus Mark Manson. This will change how you see people. What's the ultimate secret to dealing with people? Is it to be endlessly likable, to make everyone your friend? Or is it to stop caring so much, to be brutally honest and focus only on what truly matters? For decades, the answer seemed clear: Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. But then came a loud, unapologetic counterpunch: Mark Manson's The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F**k. These two books seem to shout opposite truths. One tells you to smile, the other tells you to stop pretending. So who's right? Is this a battle between being fake or being an asshole? Welcome to Maven Mindset Lab. Today, we're not just comparing these two giants, we're merging them to uncover the ultimate framework for modern social intelligence. Chapter 1: The Great Divide. Let's start with the core conflict. Carnegie's world, born in 1936, was built on optimism and salesmanship. His philosophy: you can influence people by making them feel important. Smile, remember names, talk in terms of the other person's interests. It's a system built on likability, a social technology designed for connection. It's the operating manual for the world of handshakes and boardrooms. Manson's world, on the other hand, is born from digital burnout and information overload. He begins with a hard truth: you have a limited number of to give. If you waste them trying to please everyone, you'll live a hollow life. His goal isn't to be liked, it's to be authentic. It's the manifesto for a generation drowning in opinions and starving for truth. So, we have two opposite forces. Carnegie's outward strategy, change your behavior to positively influence others. Manson's inward strategy, audit your values to decide who and what deserves your energy. At first glance, it looks like an impossible clash. But what if these aren't enemies, but two halves of the same equation? Chapter 2: The Blind Spots. Before we merge them, we have to see their shadows, because each philosophy has a dangerous extreme. Take Carnegie to the extreme, and you get the yes man, the person who never rocks the boat, who collects LinkedIn connections but has no real friends, who is so busy being likable they become invisible. Their own values have dissolved into a puddle of approval-seeking. Now take Manson to the extreme and you get the armored island, the person who wears their honesty like a weapon, who confuses not giving a with not giving an effort. They believe their brutal truth is the only truth, and they end up alone, proud of their integrity, but powerless to change anything. One philosophy risks self-erasure, the other risks self-imprisonment. So the real question isn't which one is right, it's how do we escape these traps? Chapter 3: The Synthesis. The genius isn't in choosing sides. It's in realizing that Manson gives you the why, and Carnegie gives you the how. Manson builds your foundation, your values, your compass. Carnegie gives you the tools, your language, your map. Let's break down the synthesis into 3 rules. Rule 1: choose your values first, then apply Carnegie's tools. Manson says you must choose what to care about. Say your value is mastery, being excellent in your craft. Now use Carnegie's rule. Become genuinely interested in other people. But you're not doing it to please everyone. You're doing it to learn and grow. The same action, a different motivation. That's the shift from approval to alignment. Rule 2: use honesty as the ultimate form of respect. Carnegie says, don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Manson says, be brutally honest. The mashup? Be honest with empathy. You can tell a colleague there's a problem without attacking their character. You frame truth around shared goals and values. That's not being fake, that's being effective. You're honest enough to care, but wise enough not to wound. Rule 3. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Manson teaches that when you own your values, you attract the right people and repel the wrong ones. Carnegie then helps you nurture those right connections. You're no longer desperate to be liked by everyone. You're intentional about who you connect with and how deeply. That's real influence. Chapter 4. The Modern Application. So what does this authentic influencer look like in real life? Scenario: the draining friend. Old you says yes to every plan, burns out quietly. Manson-only you cuts them off completely. Mashup you defines a value, meaningful connection, then uses Carnegie's empathy. They're probably lonely. You respond with kindness and clarity. I value our friendship, but my energy is limited right now. Can we do something more intentional? Maybe a quiet dinner instead of big parties? You're honest, you're kind, you're free. Scenario: the critical boss. Old you nods along, seething inside. Manson-only you tells them their feedback is stupid. Mashup you, your value is growth and respect. You use Carnegie's principle. Try honestly to see things from the other person's point of view. You schedule a talk and say, I want to make sure I'm meeting expectations. Can you help me understand the core goal behind this feedback so I can execute it better? You've stood your ground without starting a war. Don't see these books as a choice between being a people pleaser or being a jerk. See them as a sequence. 1. Do the Manson work first. Define what truly deserves your energy. 2. Then use the Carnegie toolkit to build relationships aligned with those values. Manson gives you your compass. Carnegie shows you how to navigate the world with it. Together, they create someone who's both deeply authentic and powerfully influential. If this fusion of old wisdom and modern truth is changing how you see people, you're in the right lab. Subscribe to Maven Mindset Lab for more paradigm-shifting mashups. Tell me in the comments, what's one value you've decided is truly worth your energy? And what's one thing you finally stopped giving a fuck about? Thanks for watching, and remember, the goal isn't to win all the friends, it's to win the right ones.